第23届英联邦运动会作为赛事最具观赏性的王牌项目，男女100米飞人大战在斯科茨敦体育场圆满落幕。经国破风，女子100米决赛上演逆转绝杀。女子100米决赛率先打响，最后30米决胜阶段，全场氛围抵达顶峰，终点线前差距不足 0.05 秒，牙买加选手顶住极限压力，率先压线冲线，以 10.92 秒的优异成绩斩获金牌，刷新个人赛季最佳战绩。英国主场选手以 10.95 秒摘得银牌。尼日利亚小将
and Zoe Hobbs in lane 7.
Set.
And they're away safely. Clean start. Marnie Lansico going well out of the blocks, as is Zoe Hobbs, as expected. Into the second half of the race now. Barely anything to choose between the athletes. It's so close on the line. I think it was Zoe Hobbs. 10.92 with the following wind. Hobbs, a perfect starter. She's always good out of the blocks. But that was some run. She smashed her own lifetime best. There seems to have been a deliberate lull in her racing in preparation for Glasgow, and it paid off.
极速狂飙男子100米决赛缔造经典对决。相较于女子赛场的跌宕起伏，男子100米决赛堪称当晚赛事的巅峰压轴。尼日利亚新星展现出惊人的起步爆发力，前20米一马当先，速度惊人。最后的15米终极对决成为全场焦点。喀麦隆名将凭借更强劲的后程爆发力完成绝杀，以 9.83 秒的绝佳成绩，稳稳拿下本届英联邦运动会男子100米金牌。在游泳项
in May 989 in his semi-final. Ajayi in lane 4, 994 in his semi-final. Well, away they go. Really good start there from Ajayi in the green of Nigeria. And look at Lachlan Kennedy. Kennedy is matching him stride for stride here. Might even take this one. And he is going to take it, or does he? No! Coming through the Reseme for Cameroon. Wow! Talk about holding up form through the last 10 metres. I would have sworn Lachlan Kennedy was going to take that one. 5 metres out, he was in the lead.
And Reseme, he didn't get the best start. We'll have a look at the replay. I think his reaction time was all right, but then he was just left in the first 10 or 20 metres.
在游泳项目上，女子4×100混接，澳大利亚以3分54秒25夺冠，并打破尘封8年的赛会纪录。此役，他们在前2棒过后位列第3。100蝶和100自2位单项冠军帕金斯和哈里斯联手保住胜利，两人各自以5金1银和6金完赛。苏格兰刷新地区纪录，以3分57秒2赢。
Is doing exactly what her job is. Get Canada to the front.
28.15 is how she splits. Australia slight edge on Canada right now. Anderson ahead of Moss, going to be close. Coming in for Canada will be Sophie Angus, bronze medalist in the 50 breast. Coming in for Australia, Sienna Tui, silver medalist in the 50.
Favored ones in the middle of the pool, but we got lanes 2, 3, and 4. But watch at the bottom now. South Africa's going to start to make a move as well in lane number 7.
They're in the battle with the Aussies.
That's Evans, and she did this exact thing in the mixed medley relay earlier in the meet, where she was average in the 100 meters, won but way off her best time, and then she put in an amazing relay when the pressure was off and she could just swim for her teammates. Look at this, she's going to bring Scotland right to the front.
Ella Jansen coming in for Canada. Alex Perkins, the gold medalist in the 100 fly, in for Australia.
Pressing Canada for second, and not too far off is the South Africans down in 7.
Sophie Angus split 106.2 for Canada. That was a really good breaststroke with Madison Krieger. And on the far right of your screen, South Africa is going to charge at the end here. They've got Aaron Gallagher in right now. And here comes the Aussie change. In comes Meg Harris. This should be
freestyle. She's never been put in a position to be able to have to do something that she's been asked to do here, and that is to hang on for the medal against Rebecca Metter, the experienced South African, down in the bottom just out of the screen, and against the Scottish woman, Evie Davis. Davis looks like she's past her now, so can Krieger hold out the South Africans for that bronze?
A strong swim as expected from Australia. They're going to take the gold. Canada is in the fight for the medals. It's going to be Australia gold, games record silver, Scotland, and South Africa just edges out. Canada for the bronze medal just barely squeaks past the Canadians 358.70.
男子4乘100混接，澳大利亚达成英运会接力8金的包揽，3分28秒71的成绩刷新尘封8年的赛会纪录，距快速泳衣时代的国家纪录近 0.07秒。亚军英格兰3分30秒68的成绩同样超越前赛会纪录。南非队改写尘封17年的快速泳衣时代国家纪录，以3分31秒13收获季军。库兹开爆以51秒71再次改写单项创造的一系列纪录，距切孔保持的世界纪录只差 0.11秒。
And we're underway. The final of the men's 4x100 medley relay starts with the backstroke. Canada has Ben Winterborn in, trying to keep. Actually, it is Peter Kotze, as predicted. Big time. He's got a body length lead on the field. Splits in 24.87.
It's still hard for anybody else in the world to even do a 50 that fast.
World records in the first leg of this relay. Let's see the time. There it is. 52.31. A huge time for South Africa and Kotze.
And the other athletes will come back to him. But they can't lose faith that they can do that. They've got to stay on this, even though it looks like it's impossible to catch him. Adam Peaty, the veteran, just turned in lane number 5 for England. And again, one of the greatest breaststrokers, probably the greatest breaststroker.
Of Michael Hooley for South Africa has them still in the lead. The Australians are charging with Williamson. Coming in is Matthew Temple to swim the butterfly for Australia. This is Chad Leclos into the pool for South Africa. But look at the distance that he's already been caught by the other two swimmers almost.
When he was in his other Commonwealth Games, so quite the outstanding athlete. Right now, his best time is a second and a half slower than the Australian, so of course the Australian...
Remember, Canada, there's Josh Liendo. He's trying to bring them close again in the middle part of this race. And now the freestyle. Antoine Sauvé in for Canada. Jacob Mills for England. Flynn Southam, who's been dynamite.
Interesting. Swimming aficionados will say, wait a minute, what do you mean? Kyle Chalmers isn't doing the anchor? They just did a big, huge stat, and he's the greatest anchorman ever in history. But he lost the 100 free to this guy, so that's the way it is. If you lose the individual event, somebody else gets on the end. So Chalmers will be sitting down and cheering over there with that big group of yellow Australian men. So here comes Jacob Mills from England. He's got the better 100 free, and he is passing the South African man that's doing the anchor. Canada back in about fourth place right now. Here's the finish. There's the gold. Games record Australia. England silver. South Africa bronze.
I can also tell you this, Peter Kotze just set another games record in the 100 backstroke in 51.71. That was to lead off the South African relay, to put them in a spot to contend for the medals. Canada in 4th place.